What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. So it's been a long time, but safe to say we're at a pretty good point where I could say we've got some stuff going on here, as you can see, and most importantly, we're operational. We got people coming in all the time, pretty much every day, and it's been a huge success. So really happy, everything's set up. Let's take a look here. So just a brief overview since we've got everything going. Look at here. We got a little lobby waiting area. It's a little messy, so bear with us. We're trying to get everything organized and cleaned up here. But some things laying around, some things getting ready for pickup. Got us at a 4-star, some lips, bunch of goodies just sitting around. And this is Doug. So
hello, guys.
You guys probably seen him working hard right now. This is our wall of fame. So, or I should call it wheel of fame. This is where we got all our cool stuff. We try to get all this for basically for the local people who want to see what things look like, look and feel. They can come here and touch it, check it out, see the colors, the stitching. If you want to get carbon, some of the cool things, even like with the RPM LED display. This has been really popular lately. Hit us up. We'll put the email below for you guys there. Got a bunch of trims going out. Everything from carbon. You got the honeycomb, bunch of carbon stuff. So. Got a lot we're working on. You probably saw the one over here, actually. Got the Alcantara ones. Red double stitching. Yeah, list goes on. So anyways, not what's important right now, but let's take a quick tour here. So this is where we're working. We got a bunch of stuff back here. All our products and where we do behind the scenes, the film and photos. But this is the shop. You guys briefly saw it last time. It's pretty much coming together. We got everything painted, everything lined up. Bunch of cars in here. We'll kind of see here shortly. And quite a bit of shop improvements we've made. Most importantly, got the lifted. So we're cranking out a lot of things here, Ivan and myself. So I'll show you guys Ivan here just in a moment, but you guys can kind of just see, got some pretty good space, a lot of cool cars and a lot of cool builds going on. So, and like I said, this is Ivan actually. Ivan here is my partner. So this is the Performance House. This is what we're gonna be known as. 2 brands under one roof. And Ivan takes care of this side of the half, which is going to be all the performance, all the installs, all the big stuff, the cool flashy stuff. The parts on this side, the builds on this side pretty much. So this is I mean, in a nutshell, tell us about like your history, what you do, and why do I hear your name so much?
Well, my name's Ivan, like you said. Most of you probably have heard of me or know me by BIMTech. I drive an N54 myself. It's a car that I've been working on for a few years, and it's a decent build, very simple build, but well done, well dialed in, dynoed, in the somewhere around the 700s. I'll let you guys decide what you want it to be. So I've been doing work for a lot of the locals. I've been doing it for quite some time now, and that's how my name got around. Initially started working out of my garage. Was doing about I kid you not, first year did maybe about 20 turbo installs, and it just started going up from there. Last year I closed the year at 63 set of turbos thrown in on these N54s. So I've done a lot of turbo jobs. Done a lot of maintenance, and it was time to grow, and that's when the opportunity to work with Sean here came up, and I said, why not? We both have the same drive. We're both excited, and we both are interested in making the client happy, and it's something that you can't find anywhere nowadays. So yeah, we're here for you guys, and let us know how we can help. We have plenty of cars here that are fun to come look at. We're always doing turbo upgrades, always doing port injections, always doing the fun stuff, the power adders that everybody loves. So
it's interesting. When I first met you, I asked you, what's your bread and butter? And I asked him, was it like maintenance, like oil change, brakes? And you said it was the exact opposite. People are mainly coming in for turbo installs, like I said, port injection. Usually the bigger stuff, they want to come in, they say, I want 650 wheel, make it happen.
Yeah.
How does that usually balance out when it comes to like your workload, on a weekly basis and stuff? It sounds like you're keeping yourself busy with all this, doing this full time now.
Yeah, so I'll give you a typical scenario. Guy comes in, He's bought all his parts. He's bought the turbos, and he says, "Hey, I'm gonna drop off my car. I'll pick it up when it's all ready." He goes on vacation, comes back, his car is full bolt-on, stage 3 turbos, port injection, the whole 9 yards, or methanol injection. It picks up a car that's all tuned and ready to go. So you do that once, and that person talks to his buddy and says, "Hey, I got a guy who can make it happen for you." You pick up a car that's completely functional, no messing with it afterwards, and so your name gets around. I'm glad that I'm here because I used to have 3-4 cars parked outside of my garage, all month long, just because the demand was there. People don't mind waiting for a good service. They don't mind having a car down for 2-3 weeks as long as things are getting done correctly. Good things take time, and so you can't really rush that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, you guys probably saw, so we got a couple cool cars here. What are a couple big projects that are coming up this week?
This week, obviously, right here in front of us, we have this one very beautiful car. We're going to be throwing some pure turbos on there. So pure turbos, we're going to be doing a stage 3 low pressure fuel pump, modular low pressure fuel pump setup, where one pump will be running and the second one gets triggered based on fuel request and load request. It's also getting the typical full bolt-on treatment. So it's essentially going to be what BMW should have done from the factory. The cool thing about this car is the mileage on it. It's really, really low. We're talking under 10,000, way above under 10,000. But it's a beautiful car. I'm excited for this one. I've actually set a good amount of time aside just to dedicate all my attention and time to this car. It deserves it. It's a beautiful car, beautiful color. It deserves no less. Same time, we have, most of the cars here in the shop right now, if you start breaking them down, we have 3 steam speed turbo cars here today, actually. The blue one here on the left is a steam speed turbo, stage 3, 19 Ts. We have an M55 outside with a ball bearing steam speed turbo. And this blue one here as well, this LCI N54 also has steam speed. So these guys are here for more power. They're here for more fuel. They're here for some brake upgrades, and it's fun stuff all the time.
So you say steam speed. So I've mentioned it before briefly. I know your track record with steam speed. I know what you guys do and what the local community brings with steam speed. So a lot of people out there they have no idea. Most of you guys probably never heard of it, which is okay, which is why we're here today, and we want to kind of not only give you a brief summary and introduction, but tell us a little bit about Steam Speed themselves and what they offer and what they have in the game.
Yeah, so I've been working with Steam Speed for maybe a little bit over 2 years, and I've been working with their product right around a year and a half. I've been installing their turbos for about a year and a half. They're the turbos that are on my car as well, so it's my turbo of choice. Of course, they're local. It's easy for me to work with them. But we've had great success with them. I install them almost 80% of the time, or 80% of my clients are clients who are purchasing Steam Speed turbos, and the success rate is extremely high. I couldn't be any more happier. We don't have cars coming back. You throw them on, you throw a good tune. As long as your install etiquette is good, as long as you're sterile about things, you prime your turbos before you prime the car before you start it up. As long as you're good about your installation process, you can expect a really good result. Myself, personally, my turbos are about a year and 8 months old. I run those things no less than 28 psi. I mean, even on my daily tune, it's still 28 psi. A very progressive tune, but it's still 28 psi, and those things are handling it like champs. There's a bunch of great options out on the market. They are also another great option. because we're local, we work with them all the time, and they're great with support. It's just my turbo of choice.
Right.
That's why I run them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll give you guys a little bit more information on Steam Speed themselves. We're going to do a couple installs here pretty soon. One being on my car, which will kind of guide you through a little bit more on what's going on there with the build itself. But I think, from what I've seen, that, like I said, they've got an impressive track record. More importantly, like you said, they're local. They have really good support, and they're the underdogs of the game, to be honest. Underrated. Pretty soon they're going to be making a lot of noise, we feel. So they've been doing pretty well, and most importantly, like I said, I think they're going to do some pretty big things this year. 2020 is going to be an awesome year. Just to kind of end the video a little bit, what I want to do is I just want to show you guys what it looks like, what you can expect, and more importantly, like I said, moving forward, what some of these are going to be doing. So we can take a look here at, why don't we actually unbox this one? So I'm going to open this one up real quick, and then you can kind of show them what we're looking at here. So what's in this box right now, Ivan?
So this one, it's a 19T turbo, which would basically be a stage 3 trim. I believe this one is for a 535 135, so you'll see the shape of the compressor housing to be made to accommodate for that. Yeah, I've been working with these guys for a long time. These things go in like stock. No major modifications are needed to fit them in. They just bolt up. So you can see the wheel there. It's your typical stage 3 trim. You can see the compressor housing here. Typically they have a longer snout for a 335, but this one is for a 535, 135 application.
Beautiful. And then you have one for an N55 that's going in my car, right?
Yes, correct. So if we go over here to the toolbox, I was actually taking a look at it this morning. So here we have a journal bearing, stage 3 with, you don't see this very often, but this is a cast manifold. One of the biggest problem with the N55 options out there is that they're using the stock manifold, and they're very restrictive. So I really look forward to see what the cast manifold is going to do on your car. I think you're going to love it. It's a beautiful piece. It's massive. Should flow.
So what do you think people can expect from a setup like this, full bolt times and a proper tune? Just like a street tune for someone who wants to have, daily but fun on the weekends.
It really comes down to how much fueling capacity you have. These turbos will flow maybe 550 to 600. They'll be able to support 550 to 600, but it really depends how much fuel you have.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend on an N55 to run 600 horsepower daily. It's a little bit of a stretch. I love consistency and I love longevity, so right. I would say 500 to 550 with a good fueling system behind it is what I think people should be doing with this turbo. And hey, if you're like me, I like to push the limit, 600, 650. I'm sure you can if you can get enough fuel in there.
Yeah.
But I'm always a little bit more aggressive on my vehicle than I am on clients. So people want consistency and longevity, right. And so you want to dial it back a little bit if you want that.
Well, there you have it. I mean, we'll be putting this in within the next week, and I think it's going to be pretty fun. So we'll break it down. We'll do the build process. I'll have one for this. We're going to do one for the 1M as well. And I think what I want to do moving forward is kind of show you guys a little bit more of what's going on. We're pumping out some cool builds here and there, and I want you guys to kind of follow along. More importantly, just follow us and kind of see what's going on here and why we have what we have. So we're going to have a lot of cool things this summer, and that's going to be pretty much the gist of it here on the back end. We're doing a lot of cool performance stuff, a lot of upgrades, and like he said, people coming in for more power. So anything else you want to add to that?
No. If you guys are local, feel free to stop by. We have tons of stuff on display. we're always working on something cool here. Whether it's just a simple downpipe setup to a full build, I mean, we're always doing something power related here. It's most of what we do.
And I'll put all his information below. If you guys need to contact us, all that information's there. But feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you have any questions, hit us up. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video.